Yeah, but nothing at all. You wanna put your trust in some solid thing. Yeah, it's a drug to us all. But there's no ideal inside of me, so I got nothing at all. No, I got nothing at all. No, I got nothing at all. Must be a fault in this fatal I have to contend with all night. Such a dangerous way we gotta slide into the depths of the salt mine. There's nothing at all. 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 There's nothing at
Back to the street where we began, feeling as good as lovers can, you know. Yeah, we're feeling so good, picking up things we shouldn't read. It looks like the end of history as we know. It's just the end of the world. Back to the street where we began, feeling as good as love you could, you can. Into a place where thoughts can bloom, into a room where it's 9 in the afternoon. And we know that it could be, and we know that it should. And you know that you feel it too, 'cause it's 9 in the afternoon, and your eyes are the size of the moon. You could 'cause you can, so you do. We're feeling so good, just the way that we do when it's 9 in the afternoon. Your eyes are the size of the moon. You could 'cause you can, so you do. We're feeling so good. Back to the street, down to our feet, losing the feeling of feeling unique. Do you know what I mean? Back to the place where we used to say, man, it feels good to feel this way. And now I know what I mean. Back to the street, back to the place, back to the room where it all began. Back to the room where it all began. 'Cause it's 9 in the afternoon. Your eyes are the size of the moon. You could 'cause you can, so you do. We're feeling so good, just the way that we do when it's 9 in the afternoon. Your eyes are the size of the moon. You could 'cause you can, so you do. We're feeling so good, just the way that we do when it's 9 in the afternoon. Your eyes are the size of the moon. You could 'cause you can, so you do. We're feeling so good, just the way that we do when it's 9 in the afternoon.
I can ride my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars. I can ride my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars.
Look at me, hands in the air like it's good to be alive. And I'm a famous rapper, even when the past are all crooked D. I can show you how to do-si-do, I can show you how to scratch a record. I can take apart the remote control, and I can almost put it back together. I can tie a knot in a cherry stem, I can tell you about Leif Erikson. I know all the words to De Colores, and I'm proud to be an American. Me and my friend saw a platypus, me and my friend made a comic book, and guess how long it took? I can do anything that I want, cause look, I can keep rhythm with no metronome. No metronome, no metronome. And I can see your face on the telephone, on the telephone, on the telephone. Look at me, just called to say that it's good to be alive in such a small world. I'm all curled up with a book to read. I can make money, open up a thrift store. I can make a living off a magazine. I can design an engine, 64 miles to a gallon of gasoline. I can make new antibiotics. I can make computers survive aquatic conditions. I know how to run the business, and I can make you want to buy a product. Movers, shakers, and producers. Me and my friends understand the future. I see the strings that control the system. I can do anything with no resistance, cause I can lead a nation with a microphone. With a microphone, with a microphone. And I can split the atom of a molecule, of a molecule, of a molecule. Driving and I won't stop, and it feels so good to be alive and on top. My reach is global, my tower secure, my cause is noble, my power is pure. I can hand out 1 million vaccinations and let them all die in exasperation. Have them all heal from the lacerations, have them all killed by assassination. I can make anybody go to prison just because I don't like them, and I can do anything with no permission. I have it all under my command because I can guide a missile by satellite, by satellite, by satellite. And I can hit a target through a telescope, through a telescope, through a telescope. And I can end the planet in a holocaust, 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 in a holocaust.
My bike with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars. I can ride my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars.
It was a cold night and the snow lay round. I pulled my coat tight against the falling down. And the sun was all, and the sun was all down. And the sun was all, and the sun was all down. I am a poor man, I haven't wealth nor fame. I have my 2 hands and a house to my name. And the winter's so, and the winter's so long. And the winter's so, and the winter's so long. And all the stars were crashing round as I laid eyes on what I'd found. It was a white crane, it was a helpless thing upon a red stain with call and cry so. And it called and cried, and it called and cried so. And all the stars were crashing round as I laid eyes on what I'd found. My crane wife, my crane wife. My crane wife, my crane wife. And now I helped her, and now I dressed her wounds, and now I held her beneath the rising moon. She stood to fly, she stood to fly away. She stood to fly, she stood to fly away. And all the stars were crashing round as I laid eyes on what I'd found. My crane wife, my crane wife. My crane wife, my crane wife. My crane wife arrived at my door in the moonlight, all star bright and tongue-tied. I took her in. We were married, and bells rang sweet for our wedding, and our bedding was ready. We fell in. Sound the keening bell, see it's painted red. soft as fontanelle, the feathers in the thread, when all I ever meant to do was to keep you, my crane wife, my crane wife, my crane wife. We were poorly, our fortunes fading early, and how she vowed me she could bring it back. But I was greedy, I was vain, and I forced her to weave on cold room, enclosed room, down wall. Sound the keening bell, see it's painted red, soft as fontanelle, the feathers in the thread, when all I ever meant to do is to keep you, my crane wife, my crane wife, my crane wife. There's a bend in the wind and it rakes in my heart. There is blood in the thread and it rakes at my heart. It rakes at my heart. And under the boughs unbound, I'll clothe in a snowy shroud. She had no heart so hardened. All under the boughs unbound. Feather it fell from skin till threadbare she grew thin. How were my eyes so blinded? Each feather